Hi everyone, my name is Donnie Lowy from Wholesale USA Dresses.com. The next time you're in New York, you're welcome to visit my warehouse. Today I'd like to discuss with you how to broker wholesale international deals. Now, what a broker does is basically match up buyers and sellers of wholesale and closeout merchandise. Now, in this situation, you're going to try to work on an international basis. For example, I once met a closeout broker and I saw him brokering a deal of, I believe it was greeting cards. I think it was about 10,000 Hallmark overstock greeting cards. He knew a wholesaler that had these greeting cards. He negotiated a price with the wholesaler, and then he went around and shopped the deal. And once he found a buyer, which I believe was a store in Brooklyn, then he went ahead, he got a deposit first from the buyer to ensure that he would be able to sell that merchandise, and then he went ahead to the wholesaler, he paid him for the greeting cards, he rented a U-Haul van, and then he took the greeting cards to the retailer. Now, that's brokering a deal, but you're going to try to do it on an international basis. So how are you going to do that? So the first thing you want to do is you want to find wholesalers, distributors, importers, because they're going to have access to a lot of merchandise, and you're going to look for wholesale sources which are going to be in other countries. Let's say you find a factory or a wholesaler or a distributor, an importer, an exporter. It could be any type of a wholesale vendor. So let's start with a factory. You find a factory in China, and the factory produces beautiful fashion dresses, and they have a canceled order, and now they have 500 dresses. So you call them up, you exchange emails, you negotiate a wholesale price. You get as much information as you can about the dresses they have, the quality, the quantity, designs, styles, get pictures of the dresses. If you can, even try to get a sample. Now, you want to set up a website. You could also take the dresses locally to stores, but it is very time consuming, but it's definitely a great way to sell merchandise. So you want to set up a website, build up an email list, proactively call other stores, email other stores, and tell them what merchandise you have available. Once you make a deal, and you get either a deposit or you get paid fully for the merchandise, fully up front, then you contact the factory in China, you buy those dresses, you can have them shipped directly to your customer, or you can have them shipped first to yourself, and then you can reship them to your customer. Just keep in mind, you'll have to pay extra for the shipping if you do that. And I understand the benefit of having it shipped first to yourself and then to the customer is that the customer can go directly to the source. Now, if it's going to be a one-time closeout and you don't expect that source to have merchandise like that again, meaning that kind of a closeout situation or at that low of a wholesale price, then you shouldn't be concerned if someone goes directly to the source, because you're not going to be, brokering merchandise from that source. But still, if you can keep your sources private, or if you can make an agreement with the source, I think that's the best way to do business. Some of the sources will be reluctant to sign an agreement, especially if they've never done business with you. So don't make it too complicated at the beginning. Look for sources, look for merchandise that's available, make a nice website, call stores, email stores, try to get samples if you can so you can actually show them to the stores. You're not going to have the merchandise in your own warehouse, so you're going to need to have something to show people if they want to get an idea what kind of products you are brokering. All right, my website is closeoutexplosion.com or wholesaleusadresses.com. Thank you and have a great day. The next time you're in New York, you're welcome to visit my warehouse.